I'm just reminded of the Pac-Man alternate universe where he's a space dude and he has to take his pills to keep him sane, but all his buddies are dead and he's haunted by their ghosts. Ooh.
Come on, hurry up.
Oh yeah, and the Mushroom Kingdom is just an fat Italian plumber's fantasy when he's tripping on shrooms.
It's true. Also, Walter White and all of Breaking Bad is just kids making up stories about their slightly weird chemistry teacher.
No, it's all Bryan Cranston's character on Malcolm in the Middle's Nightmare.
That was the best. That was the best ending.
That's what you got for unlocking all the whatever emeralds in Sonic Mania.
You gotta get the Phantom Rubies, Kurt. It's all about the Phantom Rubies now.
Oh, they're emeralds, okay?
Sonic Forces.
Yeah, that was certainly a game.
Yep.
I just want the record to show that I wanted Adventure 3.
Yeah, we do. I think we all did.
Oh shit.
Jaws!
I just got Jawsia'd.
Dun 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 dun.
Just this stupid. Friend Taylor used to have this
Music
stupid
stings.
like plastic shark pool toy that we called Jawsia, and it developed this condition that we called the stick. It had this weird tackiness to it that just wouldn't go away despite, you know, prolonged hours in a chlorinated pool. What the fuck? So, an attempt to cure the stick. Oh, and we died because of that. Great, thanks. Thanks, random minimizing. Where is that gonna set me back?
High pinnacle comedy, boys and girls.
Oh, all the way back to the beginning. Wonderful. That fucking pisses me off.
Well, now you can channel your anger.
He was worth 700 experience points?
You know it. It was practically a boss fight.
This man is wearing a turban. Or maybe that's just his hair.
Oh my god, Common has been in 55 movies.
I refuse to believe that.
Oh. Well, he played himself on Entourage. He was the bouncer on The Wiz Live.
The what
He was
now?
Is a TV movie. I'm guessing it's one of those live theater things. He was Rashad on Barbershop, The Next Cut.
Right.
He was Monster T on Suicide Squad.
I don't remember a Monster T.
Me either. He was in a movie called A Happening of Monumental Proportions. I don't know. So the description of this came out on the 5th of May of this year. During the course of one day, a group of students at a school in Los Angeles find themselves caught up in a plot of sex, lies, and dead bodies, starring Katie Holmes, Allison Janney, and Jennifer Garner. Directed by Judy Greer.
Those are some legit actors in this, what sounds like terrible made-for-TV movie.
6.2 out of 10.
You cannot win.
This average made-for-TV movie.
Girls Strip. He was common. What is the Lion Guard? It sounds familiar.
Huh?
Oh, it's the sequel to the Lion King TV show. Keon, son of Simba,
What?
leads his friends known as the Lion Guard to protect the Pride Lands. It's on Amazon Video. 6.9 out of 10.
Poison.
If they say so.
And Common, he plays in it. And then all this stuff. Ugh. Self? I don't know. Whatever. IMDb. You've told me so much more about the universe than I care to know.
Well, you're the one who started looking up Common's filmography, so really, you truly only have
Who can I
yourself to
blame?
blame.
No, I have to blame Common for this. Because he started it all. He punched me on the playground and he called me a poopy head. And I said, Common, you're 48'6". Why are your insults so weak? And he said, I got high off meth blow.
So you mean to tell me that Common came all the way from Chicago in the year 2000 or 2001 just to punch you on the playground?
Yeah, it could have been
Ithaca,
Johnny
New
the
York.
Stinky Hobo, though. I don't know.
No, I just want to make sure I have your story straight here, because that seems totally plausible. I might
Common, verify this for me.
I might write a book about it.
Best-selling graphic novel.
It would be like The Disaster Artist, only about Common punching you on the playground as a child.
All right. Top of your head. Mental exercise. Worst graphic novel adaptation of anything.
I don't know that I know any graphic novel adaptation of anything. I know adaptations of graphic novels.
Well, I meant, like, if you could choose anything and have a terrible graphic novel adaptation of it, what would you choose? My vote, The Phone Book.
That could be interesting, though, because you could have maybe like a picture of everyone in the phone book.
You're right.
My worst graphic novel adaptation would probably be, the text-to-speech game Zork, or not, no, the text-based adventure Zork.
Oh, there was a Strong Bad short about that where he talks about video game cartoons. And he was like, and one of them was the Zork cartoon, and it was the words with, like, faces and mouths on them. They were having hijinks.
I'm here.
It ruins the whole thing. Ruins it. Ruins it.
Ruins. Oh, we need to play Frog Fractions.
What now?
It's the greatest game you've ever seen. Frog Fractions.
Is
Jake,
this like
actually,
a
you know what?
child?
When Jake and I... no, it's actually not. I'll thank you very much. It ends with frog sex. I'll just tell you that now. Just so you know where it goes. But maybe when Jake and I, if we have a time and Jake wants to stream stuff, I'll make him stream Frog Fractions.
Where do you find these things? Is my real question.
There was an LPR I used to watch called Deceased Crab.
Somebody out there?
He did many games that were esoteric and out there, and I liked that, and it was cool. But he also would get really snippety about stuff, and it made him Made it hard to watch. At the very least. So I stopped watching him. But in that time, I learned a lot of strange games.
It's like when I used to watch
Like-
Critical. Some of the just weird, I guess you could call them games that he would find.
Was he the one? Was his name Penguin Zero or something like that?
Penguins.
Okay, I remember watching the Attack on Titan beta video game.
Giant naked babies. Why?
Some of those.
That's my only, like, that's what I think of when I think of Attack on Titan, is just about giant naked babies.
Giant naked babies. Why?
What?
And the deadpan delivery, like the deep pan deep dish pizza. That's exactly what I had planned to do. The strategist.
Fucking
Crap.
whatever. I don't care.
All right.
What can
Do
I
the
do?
old walking around.
Leave party members and begin airlock sequence. Save, because don't want to have to go back and do that all again. If the game decides to randomly minimize on me. Invisible wall. Invisible wall.
Little walls. Lame. It's hard to know when you run into something when you're going so slow.
This is not the way to go.
Like it's
Saunter.
dark under the ocean or something.
Sauntering over at the speed of snail.
Who's there?
I mean,
You're not Cellcast, I can see that much. Are you another rescue?
Who are you? Who? Sure.
We
Alright.
let's not have to die this time. That'd be nice. Props to the game designers for making the suit bulky and realistically unwieldy as EVA suits would probably be. Look at you, Star Trek Discovery. Let's just say Discovery.
I was about to say they were pretty thin in STD.
Yeah, where they're just fighting in them. Space. Oh god, I gotta check on that show and see where it's at.
It seems like that the main character was written as a man, but someone in the studio was like, let's just make it a girl and not change anything about the character.
Perfect.
Especially the name.
Got him.
Fucking sharks.
It's nice to know that these fish are neutrally buoyant. Could you imagine if all fish were completely buoyant and only were held down by the force of their being alive? And so you just be on the sea and there'd just be random fish everywhere just floating on the surface. Fishing would be great. You just take a pond skimmer to it.
Sushi again? Come on. Come at me, bro.
All right, Kurt. Time to give the award of the night for stupidest thing coming out of my mouth. The host for tonight. What if pool skimmers were as strong as nuclear weapons?
There's completely different measures of strength.
You just dip it in the water and boom.
Is that
countries
what
are
you
gone.
want? Is you want the reaction between your pool skimmer and your pool to be, you know, a fucking 90 megaton warhead?
Yes. It's the only way to get it completely clean. To erase the idea of there have ever been a pool there.
Oh shit. How many times do I have to electrocute you? That many. That many times.
We cracked the case, Tootsie Pop.
Got that breath mask. Give me immunity to poison, which would actually be kind of nice. Fucking F5, F6.
You know, if I had to figure out how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll, I probably would set it up as some sort of tongue facsimile, right? Figure out how long the average lick takes, and then set the tongue facsimile up to the head of the Tootsie Pop, put the hilt on a rotor, and run it for however long it takes.
Poison.
And you divide the time it took by the licks per time to find out the number of licks.
That would
This
not.
is an engineer's
even,
approach to candy fit.
I don't feel like that would give an accurate enough measure. I would probably devise some sort of licks counter and just manually have either myself or a random sampling of individuals.
Then of course you need control samples, and we need to test the effects of the core candy on the outer layers, such as Tootsie Pop versus Blow Pop, the seminal paper by the Candyman.
Yeah. Like, who could forget? I remember I went to trial over that, you know.
And back in 37, 79.
Yeah, it was
92.
the horrible Mr. Peanut versus the Tootsie Pop Owl.
Turns out Mr. Peanut, terrible latex allergy.
Yeah. Not a lot of people from his camp wanted that information getting out. So, they're very secretive about it.
I'm just imagining, like, a headline of one of the terrible tabloids been like, Mr. Peanut dead from autoerotic asphyxiation.
You know, that's... I wonder how many quote-unquote suicides among, like, teenagers are actually autoerotic asphyxiation, but the parents understandably don't want to frame it like that.
I honestly cannot speak to those statistics at all.
Well, neither can I. I just wonder how many.
The only thing I can think of is Korean fan death.
It's a completely...
It's used to mask up suicides.
Whoa.
The fan chopped the air.
My point is not they're masking suicides, is that they're using... I guess it's technically a suicide, but a coroner would have a different cause of death, I would assume. Like, I wonder this primarily because a guy I knew in college had a friend who, quote-unquote, committed suicide, but
Kill them!
he and his friends were of the theory that it was autoerotic
54 seconds
asphyxiation.
complete to pressurization.
Oh, come on.
48 seconds to complete
I hope I get through this door in time.
Yeah.
There we go, now we're starting to do some damage.
Pressurization.
That's a lot of
36
damage.
seconds to complete the pressurization.
It's really not that much damage. Come on,
All right,
we've got a bit of a time crunch here.
30 seconds to complete
Come on, Ivanka.
pressurization.
Missing is
Don't
not
miss.
what we
How do
need
you
right
miss a
now.
wall?
There we go.
No. The Faraxa will get us.